Hello, I am Michaela Newsom. Um, Today I will be listing some pros and cons um, of working in a group. So for starters, I would say some of the pros is like the teamwork. You get to bond with your peers, you get to make a connection, um, and you can also get a sense of their personality and understanding from group work. I'll also say another pro of working in a group is the shared workload. So it's not just on one person. Everybody has to kind of put in. Um, so, and then another thing I say is networking. Whenever you're in a group, you don't know who, well, I'm not gonna say you always don't know the person, but you're likely not to know um, as much details about a person but prior to working in a group. So you get to have you get to, like I said, network, and also you get to be more creative and develop more skills and show them who you are, and vice versa. Like you get to develop skills within within the group. Um, so yeah, I would say some cons. For sure, for number one is for me, it's unequal participation. When everyone is not putting in a group, when someone's lacking short, it it definitely um, it makes the mountain fall. Like it's not ideal for a group. Um, Another thing I would say is you have conflicting work styles. So some people have different ideas, and some ideas you can't conjoin together. Some ideas is it's not you just it's two separate ideas, and so trying to find a common balance can be hard whenever you're in a group. um so decision making can be difficult, and also scheduling problems. So sometimes people might have work or might have class, or if you're in a work environment, it's just trying to find the time to get the project done. And for me, I'm working alone. I understand that this video was supposed to be with my peers, but I have screenshots of, like I said, the unequal participation. Like I have reached out through email, reached out through phone numbers, and my group have just unfortunately not has just not been cooperative. Um, so yes, and I'll link the screenshots below. But I'll say some tips for working effectively in a group is to set a clear goal and expectation. So you might want to say, okay, everyone, we're gonna meet here at 2:30 on Tuesdays. On this day, we will discuss blah blah blah. On that day, on our next meeting, we'll discuss etc. Um, Everyone takes home some type of homework, some type of like mini project to bring back to the group to make it more effective or more efficient, to complete the project. So sometimes you will have to assign roles to certain people. If some people have experience in IT, you might want to give them that type of research. If somebody has more experience in communications, or you just you want to give everybody an assigned role. And even some people can work together. It just depends. Um, Also being respectful to people's opinions. That's very important when you're working in a group. Sometimes it's hard to kind of hold off on your own and be like, well, I had this idea, but respect others as well. So always have an open ear, be optimistic. Be encouraging. Someone is willing to talk and give you their ideas, encourage that. Of course, like, and it could be a simple nod, like encourage their idea. Um, Address conflicts early and respectfully. So if someone is late, or you don't have to give them a direct message. sometimes it could be a broad message like, hey, everyone, let's make sure we try to get to the meetings 15 minutes prior to the assigned time. Or, everyone's time is valuable, so, let's make sure that we're here on time. Just something little. You don't have to be the leader of the group, but something little and respectful can be good because it makes members, it holds members accountable of the group. And then like for last thing I would say is to stay organized. Make sure that you have a paper trail, and also make sure even if sometimes it's really hard working in a group because it feels like not everyone has is not everyone's taking on as much responsibility as you. But I definitely say put your best foot forward and try to stay organized. And if you feel like you have all the workload, if you feel like you're controlling everything of the group, try to give some of that off. Like, hey, Susan, do you think that you could possibly uh um I don't know select the time slot for everyone to meet, or do you think that you could reach out to so and so, they weren't here at this meeting today, while you do that I'll do this, like try to compromise, um try to make sure everyone's putting in like an equal effort. So yeah, those are my tips and my pros and cons. And again, my group was not successful, but hopefully if we get to work in a group meeting again, I can hold myself more accountable by just trying to reach out earlier in the semester, because the week of that was it did not work out as planned, and I'm not sure what happened, but I do know for a fact that the rest of the group probably is not getting graded for it. So I don't know, but um, thank you for listening. I am Michaela Newsome, and I made the video 7 minutes. There's 7 members, I believe, of my group, so just wanted to do that. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.